with Vlang. Okay, last time I benchmarked it against C, and at first it was slower than C with no compiler flags. But then I found that if I use the prod compiler flag, I was able to run actually same as C, actually tiny bit faster, which is remarkable, I have to say. But the downside is that it took a couple seconds to compile, right? It's not that bad. So far, B is my favorite programming language and the actual successor to C so far. I am very happy with what I can do with B and how it works. Yeah, last time I didn't I didn't figure out that to compile all the files I needed just to say B dot, and that's how you compile all the files, like in this current directory. So that was something that I wrote that declaration in the description of the previous video. That was a bit louder, the music, to me. But yeah, I think that's just to me, not for you. So a bit reduced just on my headphones. Okay. So, let's continue. Okay, let's just test for a second. Yeah, I think yes, I think that's a good background volume. Okay. Of course, if you want to hear more of the music, you can turn up your volume. But yes, so far, I am grateful that B exists. Yes. So here are some links to the B language sites, I guess. Let's see what they do. I don't know what this is. This is blangbiri.cc, which I don't know what it is. Some sort of history of B, I guess. 0.3.5, as you can see, was released. Let's see how far it goes back so that you can like browse the history of B. Yeah. 2023. Starting 2023, it has lots of updates. Yes, it has lots of start in GitHub as well. Yes. So this is the B. Okay, as you can see right here, it has 34,000 stars. That's a huge number. I mean, people are using it a lot. I guess that's a big number, right? For a language that is not very well known. I think that's quite a big number. Okay, 110 lines of code per second with a Vlang backend, and 500k lines of code per second with native and TCC backends. Wow. Of course, this is the optimization. For optimization, it will do slower, a lot slower actually. But yeah. C to B translation. As fast as C. No null, no globals, no undefined behavior, immutability by default, hot code reloading, flexible memory management, GC by default, via BGC none, manual via BGC none. array allocation be a B pre-alloc, out of free be a B out of free. Well, lots of things to learn about it. Cross-platform UI library, built-in graphics library, easy cross-compilation, REPL, built-in ORM, built-in web frameworks, C and JavaScript backends, great for writing low-level software. I want to say something about languages. That you have to have a good taste. Good taste to make good languages. Why? Because if you have bad taste, your bad taste gets multiplied by all the users of your language and all the code that's written in your language. But if you have a good taste, then the good taste is also multiplied by that. And imagine multiplying lots of good taste and then comparing that to multiplications of lots of bad taste. Right? That's why you can compare B to other less elegant languages. I think B really has good taste. That's why I'm using it. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm not doing for another language, right? I think it's good. It's good. I have to tell you. Finally found a language that makes sense to me, right? Finally found a language that makes sense. Yes. Even Android graphical apps. Wow. That's great. Well, for now I'm not really interested in all the magic thing that the libraries that can be used. For now, I will be more than happy that the core features, like the language features, work great and have good performance and it doesn't have like, you know, memory leaks or bugs or whatever. I'll be happy with that. Yes. And yeah, so far so good. So far so good. So this is some messy code right here. What should we use B for? Of course, I would love to like do competitive programming in B to solve some competitive programming problems in B. You know, I'm not the best in that, right? I'm still slow, but I would love to see that. So let's see if I can go to codeforces to check some of their requirements. I think so far it's a good platform to do competitive programming, to learn how to code and so on. I mean, everyone has their favorite platform for now. I think codeforces is a good one. Yes, I don't remember my credentials, I think. Oh yeah, I have Cyclic Universe. Thanks, Firefox. There we go. Okay, great. Cyclic Universe. So, the problem here is that they probably don't accept B. So I don't know, what I want to try here is to suggest to them to accept B. Is that possible? I don't know if someone has done that before, but let's see. Please, first let's try to see if they support B, just to check. I don't think they do, right? But just to check. And how do I problem set? Probably. Yes, so let's just open one of these problems. It doesn't matter what problem it is, because I will not solve it. I will just see if they support B. So here are the languages that it supports. Let me move my camera a bit down here. So these are the languages they support, and they BRS. I think they don't support B. Right? Yeah, they do not. They support C, C++, C#, D, Go, Haskell, Java, Kotlin, OCaml, Delphi, Free Pascal, Pascal Perl, PHP, Python, PyPy, Ruby, Rust, Scala, JavaScript, Node.js. They don't support B. Well, because B is very, very, very new and not very well known in these circles. But I will really think B would be a great language for competitive programming. I really think so. Okay, so maybe I can go to help to suggest them to add a new language. So, okay, yeah, probably help it be. Okay. Help. Codeforces, copyright, my mirrors, yeah, I don't know. If you know how to contact them and tell them to support B, let me know. Probably here. Let's see this. Okay, I don't want to spend lots of time here, but just to check. So these are the languages that they accept. 13 years ago? Really? They haven't updated their languages in 14 years. Let me see if I can contact this. 13 years? Well, I feel I'm late to the party. Is this the guy who... Oh, let's send him a message. Alright. Okay. Hello, Mike. I would like to suggest you to please add the Vlang, the new B programming language, since it would be really a great fit for competitive programming and for codeforces. It is a clean, simple language with a simple compiler, and you can read more details about it on, and then we will paste the link of the B language, which is Vlang.io. Well, I'm not a B like part of the B team or something, but I'm just recommending to him to add this because it's a good language. Okay. Thanks. Okay, send. Hello, I would like to suggest you to please add the Vlang, the new B programming language, since it would be really a great fit for competitive programming for codeforces. It is a clean, simple language with a simple compiler, and you can read more details about it on .com. I don't know if this will make any change, but hopefully it does. Well, I will keep you updated if I receive some sort of a response or something. Okay, so far, so good. Okay, let's go to IntelliJ and continue our B programming. Okay, so last time we were benchmarking prime numbers, which was not bad. But let's just separate this into some new thing. Can we do that? I mean, can I, for example, create a folder that will say source, for example? Can I do that? Should I do that? Well, probably I should, because in order to don't mix my source file with these other files, right? Yeah, so let's try to do that. New directory, call it source. Okay, let's close all these tabs just for the sake of it. And then let's move all these files ending in .b into that new source file, source folder. Okay. Move specified files. Yes. Now let's open main.b. Now you see is a cleaner way of having our code there. Right? And inside source we can have even another directory, and which we'll call it C code, and we will where we will put our C code. Okay, so even cleaner there. Okay, so this main file, we don't need it. Oh, what the hell? Oh no, no, this is not. We can really just delete this. We don't need to check for this. B.mod, I don't know if that can be there, and it will work. Git ignore. Okay, this is kind of strange. This language editor config. Okay, so let's see if we can run this from here. Run. And yes, it shows some warnings. Let's run it again. Let's see if with the keyboard we can run that too. I think it's not running with the keyboard. Maybe because I moved it. Well, yeah, it's running actually here. Hello world. True, false, program finished. It works. So it's not bad. It's smart enough to know that I moved it to a new file, which I like. So it has our bin folder, our source folder, and that's great. Packages, will that change something? I don't think so. Project files. This is a cleaner because I only have 5 extra files there. Let's check how many have I here. I have like 6. What's this? Oh, this is the executable? I don't know, it's probably production. What's this? Project files, probably that's a cleaner visualization of the code. Okay, it's not bad. Okay. So the compiler is telling me some things here. It says insert files.b, like right here. It says it's not using these things. Why is that? Well, I don't know. Well, I think it's because I was how to say it? I was following a tutorial that was outdated. So let's just remove all this, right? Okay. Now let's run it again to see what it says now. It says now in test.b. Oh, that we have some problems as well. We can just comment this out right now, as you can see. and all this. So we only have comments there. Yeah, again, let's run it again. And then we have JSON. Well, the JSON thing was really outdated, I think. So let's just remove this. That's because if you remember from previous episodes, I followed an old tutorial. So JSON. Does that be okay? No problem. So this video was more about a chill session, right? Not a lot of code today. But yeah. So if you remember previously, this is what I like about IntelliJ. I have to give it to IntelliJ. I don't like that it used too much memory, right? Too much RAM. But this is what I like about it. That I click control, I do control click, and it shows me where this is being called from. This feature of IntelliJ, of Android Studio, which is based in IntelliJ, and this feature alone has helped me in my life a lot. Because other IDEs are not really capable of doing that. And that, I think, is a core function of an IDE. If you create an IDE, you should first, if you don't do this, you should not release your IDE. If your IDE cannot do this, your IDE should be able to do this. Of course, and in this easy way, right? Just control click and that's it. Because, for example, in Qt Creator, it kind of it has a way of doing it, but you have to press Control Shift U, and it sometimes doesn't even work. You have to go manually. It's like click here or right click, and they say find the usages or whatever, and it will show it here or something like this, and not uglier than this, but yeah. So what's another reason to use B? Well, to use B, a good reason is to that B is free. What do I mean? Compared to Go, Go is also free, but the thing is, if you have IntelliJ, you say, well, I want to write Go, right? I'll do the same I did with B. I just go to plugins, marketplace, and search for Go, and I will just install the plugin. But guess what? You cannot do that because it says ultimate. So you need the ultimate version of IntelliJ. That's it, as you can see here. This plugin is available only in IntelliJ IDE Ultimate. Try IntelliJ IDE Ultimate. And let's see how much it costs, because it's not free. And then you say, well, why would you use Go when B is free? Right? The B, please don't make the B one paid, right? I think they won't. Oh, it's downloaded. I don't want to download it. So, pricing, let's see. Let's say for individual use, which is less than organization, because organization is a lot more. For individual use, it is first year 169, so it's not exactly cheap. Second year 135, third year onwards 100. That's too much, a bit too much. What I would like to pay for it would be like $49 a year. $49 a year. I think that if that was the price, I would pay for that. Yeah, that's about IntelliJ. But you can also here check other solutions, I guess. For example, C++ or C, which is also fast language. And let's see what can we find here. Lion, for example, right? So Lion. So Lion, you can like write C or C++, which is great. Is supported on Linux and all that, but the thing is, that's not free again. So the other was 169, and this one for individual use is 99. So it's a bit cheaper, right? I would also pay $49 for this. I mean, $49 would be great. I would kind of pay that. But they are asking almost, I mean, double that. And that's not that cool, right? So of course they have offers for students and teachers, but that's not really what we're talking about. We're really talking about individual use, right? So I would really ask JetBrains to, well, if this was $49 a year, I would have paid for it. I would have been using it like for 3 years at least, or more. But it's not. So, but yeah. But right now I really don't need it because there's Vlang. You know, that's really the beauty of Vlang. Because I have Vlang installed here. You can see. I also studied NIM and SIG, but I haven't used them. I don't know about those languages. They are not as good as Vlang as far as I know. But I may explore them later, like for future projects probably. But, well, these are the new guys on the block, right? But as far as I know, the Vlang plugin is way superior to these other two. But, well, correct me if I'm wrong, right? If you want me to test these other languages, NIM or SIG, well, let me know. Right? Yes, so, yeah. And, well, IntelliJ is great. The problem I have with IntelliJ IDEA is this. 2.1 gigabytes. That's way too much. Qt Creator uses like a fourth of that, or a fifth of that. Right? And if I keep using it, it will grow more. That's probably, you know, Java coding styles, the JVM, and some bad use of memory by JetBrains as well. That's too much, I have to say. That's too much. But, well, it's what it is, you know. I think that the two IDEs that I like the most, as you know, probably are, you know, IntelliJ for one side, and for the other, Qt Creator, which is also great. By the way, if you know how to fix this, let me know. Here in my Debian, GNOME Debian, some apps like Qt Creator are not being shown. Right here, so it's not being shown, but I have it installed. So let's see if I search it, will it find it? No. No. What do you mean? Okay, let's just leave it here. So, yeah, I can launch it via terminal. Again, let's check if I'm recording the audio. Hello, yeah. I think I'm recording it. Okay, because remember the other day I was not able to upload a long video, because I wasn't recording the audio for some mistake I made. But okay, so LX terminal, and here let's say Qt Creator. Okay, I should also do a video comparing my two favorite IDEs, which is Qt Creator and IntelliJ. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here we have Qt Creator. As I told you, it's installed. Let me know if I can pin it here. I cannot pin it. I don't know why. But okay. Anyway, so let's see. Clean software, I think was one that I was making. Yeah. So to make it fair, to make a fair comparison, I will run this code like Control R. It's running there. Let's build it. Control B, and then Control R. Well, it's been built, I guess, right here. Right. I was pressing the wrong key combination. Yeah, sorry, my mistake. So there we have our C program from Qt Creator. Then if we go to our task manager, we can actually see how much memory it uses. So we can see Qt Creator is down here, 17 megabytes. You know what I mean? And this IntelliJ uses 2100. So 21 versus 3. Let's make it 400 because sometimes it grows to 400. So 21 versus 4. That's 5 times as much. More than 5 times as much. Actually, right now it's like almost 6 times. But let's say it's 5 times. Let's just say it's 5 times. Just be generous and conservative. So IntelliJ uses 5 times as much memory as Qt Creator. That's what I don't like a lot about IntelliJ. That's what I don't like a lot about it. And some people say, well, you have more RAM, you can handle it. Yeah, that's not the point, because I'm using an operating system, which means I can, if I want, that allows me to run 10 different or 100 different apps of 100 different things for 100 different applications or, types of apps, sectors, whatever. 100 different things. So every single app should try to use the least amount of memory in order to leave me memory to be used by my 100 other personalities to use their apps they need, right? So sometimes I feel like mad when people say unused RAM is a waste of RAM. Yeah, but only the owner can say that. No one else. Because, I mean, it's like talking about you that resource, you decide how to use it, no an app, because an app is a part of an operating system, right? If that was not the case and the app was meant to use the whole computer, that would be okay, acceptable, but that's not the case. A personal computer uses thousands of packages, right? Thousands of packages installed. At any time I can launch any of them. And only if them have 10 megabytes each, that's 10 gigabytes. Okay? So that's not the point. You should use the less amount of RAM as possible, because maybe in the next second, you don't know, you will launch a program that will need more RAM. And what happens if you have all your RAM using? Computer just freezes. Doesn't work. You crash. Right? So this was somewhere a question that I found some in Stack Overflow, I think, like some couple of years ago now. I just remember I was talking about RAM. So yeah, so programs should use the least amount of RAM. So for example, I have an app in the Play Store, which is an Android launcher, right? This Android launcher, it's called Optimal Launcher, because I like optimal software. And so I even include a feature on that to see how much memory my app was using. And it has right now 11 megabytes allocated and using 7 megabytes for an Android app. You know that Android sometimes is not really great in memory management, but still I managed to do that. I don't know if I can show this, but you can. Well, it's a paid app. You can buy it if you want. It's $249 or something. I don't know. You can see. I don't think that's possible to see, but because the only white thing there is a dialog, settings dialog. Oh, here. I don't know if you can. I think this is not a good enough camera for this, but sorry. Let me. Okay. It's too much light, I guess. Too much brightness. I don't know how this works, but well, it uses 7 megabytes. It also tells you how much things. Why do I mean this? Because I wrote my app to use the least amount of storage when downloaded, so it can be downloaded fast. Right now it's, I think, a megabyte in download space or something. So even if you have 100 kilobytes a second, which is low by today's standards, if you live in Africa or something, you may have that speed. And even then, will take only 10 seconds to download the app, right? And we have, like, in the average country, like, at least I guess, you have like 300 kilobytes per second. That would mean 3 seconds to download the app. And for example, right now here in my country, which is not a very fast speed, I have 4 megabytes a second, which would be a quarter of a second to download the app, like real fast. And then it should be fast. So I wrote it to initialize fast. So you don't even know that it initialized because it's always there. It's not loading. No loading time. It's always there. Why? Because it's fast. And uses as little as possible of memory. Of course, maybe I'm too obsessed in that. Maybe. That's why I called it Optimal Launcher. And I charged $2 for it. And yeah, go and check it and suggest some changes. Sometimes I do some improvement because I have it installed on all my devices, and sometimes I even installed in some in my Raspberry Pi, which was running Android. And since the Raspberry Pi is not very fast, the default launcher was like lagging. Then I installed my launcher, and it worked as like a breeze. So go and install that. So that's my thing. I have tested Eclipse, I have tested NetBeans, I have tested KDevelop, I have tested lots and lots of IDEs, NetBeans, IDE, CodeLight, VS Code, yeah. But so far, IntelliJ occupies the first place, and the second place is occupied by Qt Creator. Yes, of course. Sometimes I either use Qt Creator for C or C++. Because I'm really, again, new to Qt Creator. Using it just for a couple of months. IntelliJ and Android Studio, I've used it for like 5 years or more. But sometimes Android Studio allows you to have the C-Line features for free, basically, right? So that's Google. Thanks Google for Android made like C-Line free, including Android Studio, right? But it's not really C-Lion. It's just a way of writing Android apps using C and C++. But you can use it as if it was C-Lion. almost. So yes. So basically, those only two IDEs, I refuse to write code in something else because this is just not good enough. They're just not good enough. So the only ones that I don't refuse to write code in is, as I told you, IntelliJ IDEA, or or Android Studio, which are similar, made from same company, by the same company. And well, Android Studio is improved by Google, which is a good thing. And also Qt Creator. So if you want me to recommend you recommend you an IDE with IntelliJ, Android Studio, or Qt Creator. That's it. And all of them work in Linux, by the way. Nice plus, right? Yeah. So I think I have talked quite a bit today. 45 minutes, I think that will be enough. So thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry that I didn't code today, but well, I'll code probably next time, right? Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. I'll leave your like, leave your subscribe, whatever